preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Panthers and the Bills, and it's all up next on EA Sports. We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. After this, the games count for real. Good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, back in the day, it was 6 preseason games, then 4, now 3. So here we are. This one, the last tune-up before the regular season gets going.
Yeah, and I know it's easy to start looking ahead to the regular season, and of course there's an excitement that comes when the games get real, but for so many players on these rosters, this is where careers and opportunities are made. I know from talking to these coaches, they're coming in. This game matters. It's how they build their roster. It's how they make the last couple difficult decisions, because once these teams get cut down for the start of the regular season, the real games get going, and they want to make sure they have the right guys in that locker room come week 1.
The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket, because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
They face 2nd down and 7. They send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big play for the Panthers. 38 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's a give to Achek. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. That's to the rookie first-round pick, Xavier Worthy. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Achek. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Panthers. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So out come the Bills and the face of the franchise, 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. The last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he certainly...
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he's got Homer. It's complete. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
That's taken in by Shakir. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Throwing again. It's Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
J.C. Horn that time with the good coverage, and he knocks it away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
What a pickup, a gain of 18, and it sets up 1st and goal.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? To
the goal line and in. James Cook, touchdown, Bills.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. That's Washington, the man in motion. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. The throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats, and that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break, and while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The motion man is Sanders. On 4th down, Richardson. Coming open, that's the tight end Likely. And he's in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Carolina. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Panthers 14, Bills 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 1st down, it's Allen. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. We'll try and run here with Cook.
James Cook, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
So on fourth down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. That's Washington, the man in motion. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Richardson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. That's Washington, the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
He's got room to the 45, and he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. There he goes, inside the 30. And he's finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets to the Panthers' 15-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. That's Washington, the man in motion. Once again, it's Achane. And he will score. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bills offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so The time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 2nd down, Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. The tight end Kincaid in motion. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got a man downfield. It's Shaquille. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Buffalo. We are through 1. The Panthers off to the early advantage. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Allen working from the pistol. That's going to be caught by Kincaid. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And that ball incomplete over the middle. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Allen to the air. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen on 3rd down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Panthers offense and running back Devon Achane set to go to work once more. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. That's Washington, the man in motion. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Matt Milano there to stop him. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. Hey, that ought to be enough. Yeah, he's got the 1st down. Up to the 25-yard line.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
The motion man is Sanders. A run up the middle with Achan, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
A second down throw for Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll run with Achan. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. This one complete to Washington. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Matt Milano there to stop him. Second down and 8. That's Washington, the man in motion. Throwing on second down, Richardson to the tight end, Likely. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Now Achan, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. From the gun, Richardson. He's got it at the 3. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Hubbard. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Achan. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Devon Achan. Touchdown, Carolina. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, here's Daquan Hardy. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Here's Jake Camarda now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. On the handoff, this is Achane. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
On the ground is Achane. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. 2nd down and 3. On the carry, here's Achane. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
A run out of the gun with Achane. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Achane. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Richardson. That's taken in by Achek. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They'll go. Richardson. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing, Richardson. Now a screen set up for Achek. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. He will find Thomas. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Looking to throw, Richardson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Panthers. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. And that is number 2, Greg. He is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
York, good on the extra point. The Panthers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense going to take over just before the half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one brought in by Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll air one out for Palmer. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's into the hands of Coleman. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4. Allen going to throw again. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
They'll go with a counter on first down. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the final game on the preseason schedule for these two teams. After this comes final cut downs, and then we get started for real. The countdown is on for the NFL kickoff game on the Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, this is the final dress rehearsal. Still a chance for someone to make a big play that cements his spot on the roster. And to bring it your way, let's get it right back out to Mike Tirico.
Hi, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Now Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. On third down, they go with Cook.
James Cook, the ball carrier. The tackle by Trenton Simpson. A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
The Bills bringing on the punt team. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Panthers offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The motion man is Sanders. Here's a give to HN. And he'll get forward for a couple. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Man in motion, heading left. On second down, Richardson. That'll be batted down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
From the gun on third down, Richardson.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Allen working from the pistol. This one complete to Palmer. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Now Allen on 1st down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Allen will throw. He connects with Palmer on that one. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Again, it's Allen to the air. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Allen going to give it to Cook. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw. Looking middle. He's got it complete to Coleman. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Here's a handoff to Cook. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Allen. Quick throw, taken in. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Throw across his body is complete, and that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Here's 2nd and 9. Allen to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Now Allen facing 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Matt Milano there to stop him. From the pistol, here's Achane. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
And this is how you just keep wearing down a defense. You find yourself with a pretty big lead. Now can they just lean on this run game the rest of the way and close this game out with a win?
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. To the tight end, Likely. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, Achane. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Third and a yard. That's Washington, the man in motion. On 3rd down, they'll go with Achane. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Richardson. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. From the gun, Richardson. He's got it inside the 5. And he is going to be out of bounds. How's that for a big decision paying off? A gain of 28 yards on 4th down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Richardson to throw. That one taken in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Carolina. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
York now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Panthers stretch things out even further.
York to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's complete to Coleman. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll send him over to the left. From the gun, Josh Allen. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's out. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
From the gun on third down, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. On second down, a run with Hubbard. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. And the Panthers first down.
They'll go again with Hubbard. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Hubbard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On first down, it's right back to Hubbard. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Now this time they'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Sanders.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. 2nd and a yard. Here's White. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
Automatic first down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And he will go all the way. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This fielded at about the 9. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And that'll be a pickup of 3. A run with Hubbard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On first down, it is Hubbard. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run it here with Hubbard. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's 3rd and 2. Now, faking the give. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Back to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
First and 10 now from the 36. To throw is White. He'll get this into the hands of K.J. Hamler. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Now White gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll motion over Samuel. Here's White to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Here comes the rookie 4th rounder out of Kentucky, Ray Davis. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. White. He pulls it in around the 5. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Bills. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They look to be on their way to a 2nd win in 3 tries here in the preseason, and they'll begin here with 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that first down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
First and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete. That's Anthony Schwartz. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On the give, it's Hubbard. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
A gain of 5. And the Panthers first down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Receiver in motion, headed left. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. They'll run with Hubbard. And he will get into the end zone. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Makes the score Panthers 49, Bills 24.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Evans. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Back to throw, White. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is White. That'll be caught by the running back Davis. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll motion over Samuel. Throwing now from the gun. Samuel brings this in along the sideline. Back to the air one more time. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Moore going in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. On the give, it's Hubbard. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now Hubbard. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Carolina.
So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They finish the preseason on an up note. Now they'll have a couple weeks to get ready for the season opener coming in. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see you September 5th in Kansas City. The Chiefs and the Ravens in the season opener. Can't wait. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening.